I just need to, I had to cut that off because I couldn't get that on there. I think that is too high there, or it's not been, I've not pushed it down enough. You know, it's flat, flush right on there, but then that bit's not pushed down enough, but I don't know how I'm supposed to do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut along here now and find the line down there and sort of jiggle it about. So I don't know where, and it obviously doesn't come up to there. I've not took any of this apart, so I've just bolted that subframe in exactly where it were when it came off. So I'm just going to cut down here now and see where I can see where it lies. I'm using this as recommended by Simpsons Classics. I bought it ages ago, and I've only just about started, you know, I've only just been able to use it. This is the piece I've made. So I bought one of those, what do you call them, a magnum panel, and I've sort of cut it down to where I need it. That was far too big. I want it to match. I want it to match that bit as well, so when it goes in, I want it to match up with that instead of being really long. So I'm going to screw it in now and then get it welded up. But I'm going to use this zinc primer first. So this will be the first time I'm using it. It's a bit cramped in here, but I'm not really that bothered. That's okay. That's it for me today. I've got that piece in. I've put it in with the subframing, so I know that I've tightened all the subframe down, and I know that that hole's going to be there. If I look here, I've missed a bit there, and there's a bit there that welding I've missed. So I'll put those tech screws in, so I need to weld in. Obviously there's supposed to be welds up here, so I'm going to weld. I know there's welds across the top of here, but I'm going to put some welds across the top so it's got double welds in. And I'm not so far off with the sill now, but that piece there, as it laid down there, it doesn't come to the end, so I've got to put a piece in here. But I'm going to put the sill in just to see how much I'm missing, because when the subframe goes in, that's where the 2 bolts go in. But obviously here, that magnum panel didn't fit, just like the magnum panel didn't fit on the front. But I'm sure we can sort that out. And I just like how I've got, it's pretty much the same thickness. I think this is a little bit slightly thinner down this bottom bit, but I'm not that bothered. It doesn't, you're never going to see it anyway. But I'm happy with progress I've got today. So just got to grind. I've got to grind that up. When I've done finish the sill, I'm going to grind that off, and then I'm obviously starting on the other side then. So I'm not so far off finishing this side of the floor. To bring us in. So when I look at this sill, that sill isn't straight. So there's less distance from there to there, and there's a bigger distance from there to there, because this sill sort of comes down. It may do that, I don't know. I've blocked that up because I'm never going to use the jacking port. I was going to block it the other way, but I couldn't do, because obviously that needs to sit flush with that floor. So I've done it that side. I've welded it from that side, and I just need to grind those down, seal that up, make it look nice. I've just got to cut that off because that doesn't match, and then I've got a little piece to weld into there. Yeah, I've got to cut down that piece and a little piece to weld in there. That should be cool. I'm going to fill that hole up, and I'm going to fill those 2 holes up. But it's not so far off going on now. I've just got to make another hole there, another hole there, another hole at either side of there. So it's not so far off. Because that didn't fit as well, that's not lined up right. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut it up there and then cut that off there and make it look like it fits. It doesn't fit that well. So obviously the sill's there, so I need it to go there. But then that's wider than that one. So when it's welded together, I'll just shave it so that it looks neat. If you know what I mean. just like I did with that. So I made that look as if it's the same thing. Right, just a little bit more work and it's ready. And obviously I can pour wax oil down there. I can pour it from inside here where there's holes. So obviously there's holes there that little grommets go over. So you can push wax pipes down there, push wax pipes in there, squirt loads of wax oil in there. I think that's me done for today. I'll be in again tomorrow. You can see how it goes down. It may do that, I don't know. Because obviously I can't tell with that side. Right, so that's ready to go on now. I've obviously got to clean that off there because I put black paint on it. Typical. So I've sealed that up because obviously if water comes in there, it's just going to get right underneath that plate that I've put on and start rusting. So I've just sealed it all in, and then if water does get in there, doesn't matter. I'll put a bit more paint on it tomorrow when it's dry. I had to use my finger because I don't have anything else. I don't have any sealer brushes or anything. I'll have to get some of those. So I want to get some brush on sealer for some of it as well, because obviously in the back bit it looks like it's brushed on sealer. So that's ready now for putting on tomorrow. Just got a couple of welds. Well, that inner sill's going to fit under there, and then I've just got to make a little piece up for there, and then bring that thing down there. Got a couple of welds to do on there, and hopefully a bit of grinding, and we're done on this side. Right, we're pretty much done on this side. I've just got to put a couple of welds in there, grind that off, put a piece in there, and I'm done. I'm not going to film grinding that off. Next time I'm going to film, I'm going to be doing that side. Because I'm not, you know, this side's gone on far too long. So I'm probably not, when I do that side, I'm not going to film as much. Because obviously, it's going to get a little bit boring. So, I'm pretty happy with that. That looks pretty good. And when we come to, obviously I've got to put a bit more in there. Bit more in that one, but it looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Just like I said, I'm not going to video anymore. I've just put some metal primer on it just to protect it in garage. It's obviously worked on the rest of it. There's no more rust on any others. Oh, I might have a couple of bit welds in there, but that floor looks really good. You know, say it's my first time. I was just give you a glimpse of what that one looks like compared to what that one looks like. I'm going to end it there. So next time you see me, we're going to be on that side of the floor.